Yo, what's up, guys? I'm just testing this out. I just want to see if it works. I never used it before. Can you hear me? Am I clear? Let me know if you can hear me. How the fuck am I doing this? Guys, let me know if you can hear me because I can't hear anything. The connection's choppy. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to do it on my computer, but it wasn't working out too well. I really don't know why. Yeah, it's a little big. I'm trying to place the phone down so that I could talk. Let me see if this works. Perfect. Better? Ooh, nipples! Live action. So, guys, ask me some questions. Obviously, I might be going turbo soon, so I just want to get some people's opinions on what you think. Yeah, I'm thinking about going with the Helion Sleeper Kit. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't decided, but it's looking pretty promising. I'd probably just dump the Vortec kit at a good price and just move on to the Helion kit. Where is the chat? Yo, thanks for that $5, Ivan. You want to see those tatas? Woo! Hey, that kit's like $6,500 for the base setup, and those base turbos. I know someone had issues with them already. They literally messaged me on Instagram the other day and was like, "Dude, I had the kit on the car for like 2 weeks, and one of the turbos went." I don't know. I'm not that it's too slow. It's just the whole idea like it's belt driven. I can't just turn it up on the fly when I want to. If I can run 93 when I'm driving the car around on a daily basis, and then I could just put a 85 and it swap the tune and turn up the boost to 14 pounds. It's much easier than changing pulleys, changing belts. So that's pretty much the plan. Yeah, let me know if you can't hear me or like it's breaking up. I'm like, because I'm doing this on my phone, so I'm like trying to read the chat. Let me see if this works. Okay, that works better. So this is the first time I'm going live, guys. I never did it before, so I'm kind of new to it. I really wanted to use my Mac, my computer, but for some reason, like I needed to link it to like some kind of streaming software, and it just wasn't working. And the way this phone is, oh shit, it focuses in and out. Fast and Furious quote, Steve. Driver shift E85. It's not about getting a drive shaft. It's not about getting a pulley. I have a pulley already. I had a drive shaft. I ended up selling it to Stang Mode because he was in a jam. So we're pretty close to each other, about 2 hours away. So I gave him the drive shaft to see if he could solve his issue. And listen, it's a nice daily driver setup. It's great. It's fun to drive. It's got power when you want it. But overall, I mean, turbo's the way to go. Look at the top 10 S550 list. Every one of those cars is turbo car. I mean, I think the fastest other car on the list is it's a VMP. I'm definitely thinking about buying a Dodge Neon. Like, I would love to get an SRT4 as a daily driver. For the fuel system, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. That Sali kit's pretty cheap. It's like 1,100 bucks. But my buddy JN Tuning, he's got his own kit which uses like some Fury parts. So I might go with his stuff. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't decided. Yeah, fish sticks. Changing the driveway like a savage. Yeah, listen, the long tubes and the debility. I'm not worried about oil pump gears. The 18 has a harmonic balancer with fluid in it. It's not like the previous years that had a solid balancer. So, I mean, I have no plans on changing those oil pump gears unless, I'm looking to run 20 pounds of boost. Otherwise, I think I'll be fine. I mean, I've been revving my car to like 100, 200. If I check my log, it's wild how high the car revs. Oh, I'm not really worried about like the turbo ingesting water. I mean, it's a turbo. It's hot. Basic. By the time you got to drive through a 3 foot puddle to suck water up. Even if some water gets on the filter, it's going to evaporate by the time it gets anywhere. Those turbos get hot. Yeah, JPC. I don't know when they're going to come out with a kit. I really do prefer a single turbo. I would like maybe like a 7685 precision, but there's no kits out there. Blow by Racing does make a kit, but there's not really much information out there about it. And I actually gave them a call the other day, and no one ever called me back. So same thing with Helion. I called them up to get some info. No one called me back yet. But everybody might be in Ma National, so it's understandable. I'm not really in a rush, but I do want to make NMRA in Florida at the end of February, the beginning of March. So that is the plan to have the car together by then. Why should I sell my 18 to get a GT500? Buy yourself a cheeseburger. Yeah, I'm on a diet. Thanks, Vin. Yeah, I'm gonna change my muffler bearings. Change that headlight fluid. Maybe I'll go nines. I would do a custom setup, but like I don't know if I have enough time. That takes a lot of time. I know a couple fabricators. I'm sure they're willing to work with me, but I mean the Helion kit, the sleeper kit's like really, really simple. I'm sure someone's gonna eventually dupe it and sell it like as like on three or something, but I'm not sure when. I wouldn't really use those cast turbos for too long, but I would just stick it out for now, see how far I could push them, and then if anything, I would upgrade to like precisions. But I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I really want to go turbo. It's just I've always had turbo cars. I like the manners of the turbos in the car. Who says oil pump gears are a must? Why? Because it's happened on the last couple of years of the Coyotes. Have you heard of one person yet on an 18 breaking oil pump gears? Please tell me if you did. And uh, boosted F-150 doesn't count because they have different oil pump. Yeah, LPF is nice, but the price is right. I think that kit's really nice, but the only thing, the comp turbos, I've heard nothing but horror stories with comp, especially the oilless. And you still have to run coolant to those turbos, so it's somehow I think it's routed through uh, the coolant tank, but I'm not really sure. So I like to take risks. It's no fun. Ask questions. Come on, guys. I've been live 9 minutes. It's the same people. Get that AMS 2000. AMS 2000 is like $2,000. That's that baller stuff. I don't got money like that. I can't afford that. $2,000 boost. Now listen, the GT 500, it's all hype. Look at the last GT 500, it was slow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with a fuel system. I just haven't decided which one. I have three options right now, but I haven't decided if I'm gonna go with turbos or stick with the supercharger. What is my goal? My goal is to probably go eights. Realistically, I want to actually be able to compete with the car. I'm kind of a competitive guy. Obviously, if you watch my videos, I've been used to losing lately. But yeah, I wanna compete with the car. I want to run NMRA. I would like to run like the import versus domestic. My goal is to get the car finals at some point. I mean, I don't know about 2019, but everything's possible. Yeah, I mean, yeah, twin turbos, yeah, you can make 1,200 horsepower and go eights, absolutely. But there's also a lot of other things you need to change. It's not that easy. Yeah, I know, I understand that Midnight Auto did go eights in a car, but I mean, I don't know how much power it made, but I know it was really light. That car was completely gutted. Aftermarket K member, you know, all the suspension was changed. And have you heard anything about that car? It hasn't ran. I haven't heard one thing about it. I made that pass and haven't heard nothing. So the motor's probably toasted. Yeah, you could have an 8 second daily driver. Why not? I mean, look at the platform you're working with to begin with. Is demonology still trolling me? Nah, he's not trolling me. Listen, I got I don't know. I kind of reacted. I got a little crazy about it. It's just the fact, like, people act different on and off camera. So, when they're calling you up in the morning to, say what's up, how's everything going, and then they're bashing you at night. It pissed me off a little bit. Yeah, but Ivan, that blower is only rated for so much RPM. So, for instance, I'm revving my car to like 8,100, sometimes 8,200, depends on which gear. The RPM changes within the gears. But now, that blow is really only efficient for 52,000 RPM. So, if anything, I would probably go with the V7 JTB. Yeah, I'm definitely not selling my 18. If worse comes to worse, I would trade in the 18 and get a 19. I don't like the front bumper on the 15s. And I would never buy a Pro Charger. They could give me one. I probably still wouldn't run it. More people have problems with Pro Charger than anything. Well, all these 18s that have been really fast, like dead bottom nines, high eights, they've only posted up like one video and that's it. I haven't seen like consistent passes from it. My car has been pretty consistent for the most part. I what I've made 77 passes. It's a lot of passes. Am I coming in clear? Can you hear me? I'm not worried about the sleeve, the motors having no sleeves. I'm not worried about that. I feel like if obviously I have the tick, you watch my videos. I think my motor would have blew already. What's up, fast forward? What's going on? You know what? Someone actually mentioned it to me about the nitrous, but I don't want to run two power adders. It's just too much. Did you talk before talk about your concerns with the RPM? Yeah, I discussed it with them. Like they pretty much said, you'll be overspinning the blow. It runs out of efficiency. I do have an upgraded piece in my blower. The oil slinger is a new design. So with that new design, it's supposed to spin more RPM, but it doesn't make any more power or anything like that. It just you could rev the blower higher, spin it harder. Steve, you're on my live feed. I work with you every day, and you don't like one of my Instagram pictures, and now you're trolling. Come on, guy. You must be really bored. Vape life. I am gonna change. I am gonna go down to a three from the 355. I'm gonna change to a 315. It makes a world of difference. My car's shifting from sixth to seventh at the top of the traps, so I am losing besides eBay, and I'll give you the 355. No, I don't have upgraded oil pump gears. My motor is unopened. It's not touched. I don't plan on changing the oil pump gears. Maybe it's like motivating me to change the stroke block if I blow it up. But I think it's good. Manuals have more issues than the automatics. That's about it. That's what's going on. Ask questions. I will reply. Send those super chats. Stang mode. Are you in here? There's no reason to get a Cobra Jet intake manifold. Absolutely no reason. The Gen 3. Yeah, be real. Yeah, I agree with you. But obviously, if I want to go eights, I'm gonna be changing a lot of things. I gotta drop weight. The car needs to drop weight. Me and the car is like 40, 85. I am actually on a diet. I'm trying to drop maybe like 50 pounds to help. Maybe the next time I go to the track, I might go to the track next week, and maybe I'll get the car. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't even buy an Illuminator. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I wouldn't go with an Illuminator. It's too much money. I'd either get like something built by like L&M or MPR engines down in Florida. I don't know. I mean, I don't see any of the guys with the Vortex actually running the cars. I've seen a bunch of people run those Roush Stage 2s on E85, and they're only going like 1060s, which is pretty weak. I heard the Roush intercooler setup on the blower, the heat exchangers, is terrible. Did I make up with Herman? Now, I haven't spoke to him since. I'm sure he'll call me one day when he needs something. Average coyote. I'm probably gonna go with my friend Eric told me that he will make me a K member. Probably do a K member. That will drop some weight. Might change the seats. I am gonna cage the car over the winter, so I'm going with a 10 point in the chute. Yeah, I would like to get carbon fiber hood and carbon fiber trunk, but they're just so expensive. It's not worth it. I'd rather use that money towards something to make power. It's not our front hoods are aluminum, so they're pretty light to begin with, and the trunk is heavy, but I can't justify the money. I actually this past weekend when I was at World Cup Finals, the Vortec booth was right next to JPC. I went over, I was talking to him a little bit, but I did not ask him about the single kit. I probably should have. Well, I mean, that wouldn't have looked good if I was talking about turbos and I'm with Vortec. Ford GT. See what my cup says? I'm one lucky mister. Vodka. Yeah, Vortec definitely should take care of me, but that's not working. It didn't work out in my favor, I'll tell you that. I love smoking the douche shoot. Well, yeah, I would say the Helion kit is the go-to right now, price-wise. Dollar for dollar, you can't go wrong. But those cast turbos, I don't know how long they'll last. Being on 5.5 pounds and being on 20 pounds, those two different worlds. Yeah, I would probably be the first with the 18 and the nines with the Vortec. I definitely have the fastest Vortec car, fastest 18 Vortec car with a V3 on it right now. Hellhorse is going to say that the guy Trevor, he went 970, blah, 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 blah. But I did not see a pass. I did not see a time slip. And I heard that car is wrecked anyway, so it don't count. Yeah, the YSR is just way too big for what I need. Yeah, I know that blow by racing kit. I just there's not a lot of information out there. I like the placement of it. I like how they use a 76 millimeter. That's good for class regulation and limited street. What would be the next thing you do to gain power without boost? I don't think I need the power. I think I need to get the car to hook up, and I need to drop some. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you take the load off the crank. That's a big thing with the oil pump gears too. I'm really not on max effort because I'm on a 3.6 pulley, which comes with the blower. Yeah, the Whipple setup's dope, man. That new intercooler setup is great. On the Whipple, it's more efficient. It doesn't heat soak as often. They've been making crazy power, but it's also a lot of strain on the motor, and then you have that sitting on top. So I have no desire for a Whipple, and way overpriced. The V7's good, but you're gonna have to tap the oil pan. You're gonna have to put a bulkhead fitting in it. That's why I went with the V3. It was just easy. It was simple. I was able to get it quick when I first built the car. I own Mopars before. I'm not a big fan, and there's no way I can afford a demon. Yeah, that 8 second 18, that that's a fly by night guy. He goes, he makes that hit. The call was like probably like the weight of a piece of paper, and then they make their one pass, they blow it up, and then you hear nothing again about them. Yeah, I looked into LPF kids. Yeah, I think everybody's telling me to go turbo. I think even my friends are telling me to go turbo. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Now, Vortec doesn't really hook me up, man. They sent me a free pulley, which is like $80 from Summit, and I got some shirts and hats. And they've used my car in multiple boots that they've had on the Northeast. I displayed my car. They didn't cover any expenses. They didn't cover any gas. They didn't cover hotels. Nothing. That was all on my dime. Initially, I thought I was going to get some kind of like partial sponsorship with them or something along the lines of that because I was the first one to have it on my car, really, and do. But I'm not free. I'm not doing free advertising for anybody anymore. If you want me to advertise your product, it's going to cost money or parts. Nah, Fish Sticks is cool, man. He's a Mopar guy, but it's cool. He's in the chat. That's all that matters. Fuel, like I said before, I have three options. I have no idea what kit I'm gonna go with first. It's whoever gives me the best deal, probably. But I think the Solid kit does only comes with one regulator. It doesn't come with two regulators. Yeah, my Mustangs makes crazy ticks, but it's fine. It's nothing. I gotta change the intake. Ooh. I gotta change the intake manifold, do the lockouts, and see if that makes the noise go away. But I'm not really sure. I'm not having a fallout with Vortec at all. It's just I just don't think the blower that's on my car is in my goals for the future of the car. On 3 didn't release their kit yet. I'm trying to be ready for the end of February to go down to Florida for NMRA and run my car on limited street. I'm not going to sell my kit to Stang Mode. He'll probably get a better deal. I paid full price for it. He'll probably get a better deal from Vortec. Who's 334? Not sure who that is. I mean, this is the first time I've ever been live. I would like to do it more often. I'm not just really gonna blabber about nonsense. I want to answer your questions. Yeah, but dude, listen, people are gonna talk about me. I like to hate. It doesn't matter. They're still watching, right? That's all that matters. I really think I could go. I could definitely go mid nines with the blower that's on my car if I put down to 331 and run it on fuel. It shouldn't be a problem. But I also put my stock exhaust back on because I still had the catalytics. It was just too obnoxious. I didn't enjoy driving the car. And when I had to drive to Maryland like 5 hours away, I was not going to sit there and my eardrum's going to be blown out. Man, that SRT4. Mopar for life. Yeah, I'll still take it out for pizza. Just get whole wheat pizza. Yeah, I really wish I was able to get to Mont Nationals this weekend. It just was not in the budget. I was looking at flights. I just wanted to go down to hang out to go meet everybody, but it just was not in the budget. Yeah, I'm going to check that video out. Thank you. Yo, what up, Stang Mode? What's going on? Yeah. Nah, my beard was crazy at one point. It's a pain in the ass to keep up with. Are you allowed to curse on the live feed? Are they going to boot me? I don't. Well, the 300A package, yes, is going to be slower because it doesn't have that drag mode. My car is a base model. I didn't have drag mode. So, yeah, the 301A, I think that's a Performance Pack 1. Comes with the drag mode. It has that option if you have a 10R80 and the car will definitely go faster. It has a more aggressive shifting. But then you get stuck with those Brembros. Yeah, they're pretty, they sound good, but more money to change the brakes, do a brake job, and then you can only put 18s on the front, which suck. Yeah, I'm gonna get a converter when it comes out. I've been on the list for 6 months, and there's absolutely nothing. I haven't heard nothing yet. I call them once in a while too. I heard FTI was making a converter. They're a company out of Florida. I used them before when I had a TH400 behind my 2JZ, and if FTI comes out with it, I'm gonna probably grab FTI's converter because those guys are awesome over there. Yes, they do recommend that you should not run a Vortex blower, the V3 below 32 degrees or freezing temperature, but that is not true. They just probably say that because I have Rip Mods makes they use the same head unit. They use a V3 SI, and they got these guys that they have them on Jeeps, and they're four-wheeling all over the world. There's guys up in Canada, and Canada's got snow already, so I don't think it really is a problem. But came out with those heritage cut gears, and those straight cut gears, you don't have to worry about temperature with those. Yeah, I'm actually good friends with Dave from Boosted Addictions. That's the only reason why I even knew I had the motor tech, because we were at a YouTube call out together, and he was like, "Oh, did you hear my motor?" He's like, "The second one's ticking," and that's when I realized what the noise was. Yeah, I'm gonna eventually go with the bare brake setup, but I've been seeing a lot of problems with them, especially the rotors cracking. People had the calipers freezing up, so that's on hold. I'd probably go with aerospace components or maybe Strange. I don't know if Strange released it yet. If I could start over, if I bought another 18, I would probably would have went turbo. I would have bought axles right away. I would have did suspension right away. I wouldn't buy Viking Crusaders again. I think I'm gonna get custom shocks made by AFCO because those Crusaders are bottoming. I'm hitting the bump stop when I launch the car. It's slowing me down. Yeah, well, Steed is a huge company. They've been around forever, so they're gonna get parts before me. I'm a nobody. Am I still here, guys, or frozen? Good. Let me know, please. Hello. Hello. Okay, good. Oh, please, Brandon. You're slacking, kid. You had so much potential. You could drive too. Get back at it. Hit me up. Let me know when you're ready to go. What headers? I'm not running headers. I'm just running cat delete. Yo, Millman, what's up? When are you gonna come out with a car? You still doing that bowl of BMW bullshit? Yo, Stang mode. You actually got to show me, or Vinny, one of you guys have to show me how to set up the streaming so I could do it on my computer. This is a pain in the ass on the phone because I keep touching the screen. If you see my finger to scroll up to see what you guys are writing. Yeah, man. If you look at those new Forge Star, that drag pack's actually pretty nice. But they only come in the fronts with 18s, which I don't get. And the 17s I think fit a Charger. They fit Dodge too. They're actually really reasonable. If you don't get, they kind of look like the Weld RTSS 71s, like the wheels I have in the rear. Yeah, I'm a Ford guy too. I love Fords. What is the goals? My goals is to compete. I want to be able to compete with my car. I want to be able to drive it from my house to the track, make 4 or 5 hits, and maybe place. Come runner up. I don't care about coming in first all the time. And just get my name and my car out there. The tick, man, I don't know. It came back like 2 weeks ago. I've been beat the shit out of the car for like a month and a half straight. Actually got to do an oil change. Oh, I want to show you guys what I got. I want to show you. Hold on one second. Guys, so you guys with the tick and you're so concerned about it. I don't know if you change your own oil or not, but check this out. This is the kit from Blackstone. So a couple days ago, I went on their website. They send it to you for free. Comes with instructions. It's all pre-packaged. So I'm gonna send them an oil sample. It costs $28 to find out if there's any metal in my oil instead of cutting open the filter. But it's free. You just send the sample in. Just go on their website. It's www.blackstone-labs.com. And even if you don't do any of your own oil changes when you go to the dealer or you go to your regular mechanic, have them put some of that oil in the bottle and you could send it out to find out what's going on, and it's $28. Yeah, I was reading that, but I really don't know where the noise is coming from. I'm so tired of hearing about it, but I feel the pain from these guys. Everybody, I really don't think it's nothing because I mean I've heard cylinder wall scoring 3 and 5, but my motor should have blew up already. Has anybody else sent a sample to Blackstone before? How long did it take? Yeah, I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna try to change my oil Saturday. See how the weather is. I think I've had like almost 3,000 miles since the last oil change, which is a lot. Usually I do like 2,000. But I'm using the Rotella, so I want to see how it looks and how it feels with a little more mileage on it. 10-speed base model is a good one. Yeah, listen, it just depends what you want. I didn't want leather. I didn't want heated and air conditioned seats. I didn't want the extra weight in the car. I'm a fat bastard to begin with, so any weight savings works for me. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, Brandon. Hit me up. Shoot me a text. Yeah, I mean, I heard Blackstone Labs is great. They have that website. It's like Bob the Oil Guy or something. A lot of people talk about Blackstone Labs on there. It's the Chinese main bearings. What kind of car are you driving? I see you commenting on my video a lot. You got an 18 or 19? Thank you, Raptor. Appreciate it. I'm gonna try to put out some more videos. It just sucks now that it gets dark at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know. If I go turbo, I might start garage racing the car, honestly. There's a lot of action up here lately. They do, they rent out an airport in upstate New York. I think it's like 2 hours from me. It's called Nutty Muddy Racing, and they do grudge racing. There was an S550, a silver one. I think he's from Queens. I think his name is like Rod718. He got his shit cleaned up there like 2 weeks ago. There was a 240 with a 2J in it, killing everybody. Yeah, the 401A package for the ball is I'm poor. My payment would have been like $1,000 a month. Thank you. I hope this winter isn't. I was talking with Stang Mode about that. I hope this winter isn't. Yeah, I'm a 2J. I love 2Js. If I had to do it again, I'd put a Coyote in like the Supra way before a 2J. They're so not that it played out. Just parts are so expensive now. Joe, do you have a Vortec on your car? How many miles when you put it on? Oh yeah. There's a lot of room in that engine bay to put a 2J. Probably put 2 of them. Yeah, I'm like 2.5 hours from Connecticut. Well, it depends what part of Connecticut, but the last time I went to Mystic, Connecticut, it took me about 3 hours. I don't really drive fast unless at the track. Well, when my wife's in the car anyway, she bitches. Oh, I didn't know that was you, Fred. How's the car running? You get it to the track yet? Yeah, that the F-250 with the 6.7 in it. That tick is supposedly from the oil pump cavitating, and then it gets air in the system. Yeah, I'm not moving down south. I can't move. Everybody's too slow down south for me. Yeah, what's up, 1950? I think the trans brake is totally worth it. My 60 foot's dropped drastically. I was gonna say dramatically, drastically. Yeah, I dropped like 2/10. I mean, the headers are just a pain in the ass to do. I just went with cat deletes because it was cheaper. That's not an insult. I lived in Texas. It's a slower paced life down there. So you guys think I should make merchandise? I mean, I had no intentions of doing that, but a couple people asked me. I wouldn't even know what I would do. Maybe some hats. These 1320 hats, I love them. They're so comfortable. They're 210 fitted by I don't know what brand hat this is. This says Bangladesh. They should make these in America, not Bangladesh. You're about to buy a Mustang. Buy 19. They hold more residual value right now. No, I'm not saying you guys are stupid down south. They're just slow. Everything's slow. Cars are fast. Everything is slow. Like when you have a conversation with someone from down south, it's just like, all right, spit it out already. Because where I'm from, everything's fast. Just everything's fast. Life is just fast. Yeah, you know what? Listen, if the motor goes, I'm gonna build a motor anyway, so I'm not really that concerned about it. A short block from Ford is like might cost like $1,800. I'm not gonna put a White Walker on the T-shirt. I think that I actually don't like the name. I kind of just used that for a couple of videos. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I need something better than that. Everybody is friendly down south. Everybody up north, especially where I'm from, oh, just JOs. JO is abbreviated for jerk off. No, I love it down south. Just it's hard to have a conversation with someone down south when they're like, they just drag it on the conversation for a mile. I did live in Texas, Central Texas. Come on, next question, guys. I'm live for 39 minutes already. My wife thinks I'm talking to myself. When I live in Texas, I live in Temple, right outside Fort Hood. I don't worry about your motor. Just let it tick. Oh well, the Gen 3 Coyotes, is the shit right now. It comes factory 460 horsepower, has 12 to 1 compression. I dynoed 422 bone stock. I think I took it from the dealer that night at the drag strip, and then I went on the dyno the following morning. Yeah, I'm not gonna put that stuff in the oil. At this point I could care less. I'm probably gonna keep the stock hat back on the car because it's just so nice and quiet. Like I can enjoy driving the car. My car was really obnoxious. That exhaust I had was obnoxious too, but I mean it wasn't as bad when I had the cats on the car. I'm trying to sell it if you know anybody that wants to buy it, guys, to fund the project. Yeah, man, those the Paxtons, the Vortex, the JT V3 JT trim is the same exact head unit as the Paxton 2200 Novi. The only difference is the casing. The Paxton has a billet casing in the rear. Same exact thing. They're both great blowers. I really don't know if there's been any failures, from the tick. I know there's been a few engine failures, but that's gonna happen. Every new motor is gonna have bad apples. Nothing's perfect. Yeah, I definitely want to get on their podcast one of these days. It's just the fact that they're about 2 hours from me. I'm right outside New York City, and pretty sure Vin is in East Philly. So It's like it's a drive, and then they do it at 7. By the time I get home, it's gonna be like 1 o'clock in the morning. I have responsibilities. My quarter mile time stock was 12:1 at 117, and it was really good weather that day. What's SA? Yeah, if I go turbo, I'm gonna run cutouts. Yeah, Long Island's nice. It's just a pain in the ass to get out there with the traffic. Listen, he's the wolf. I seen you rip me up a couple times in comments and shit. Which, whatever. Thanks for hating. But man, listen, Condit saying he's gonna learn. Everything takes time. It's you can't learn shit overnight. I've been messing with cars my life, and I'm not even a good wrench. I have friends that are really really good wrenches. Usually, I lose my patience and fuck it up somehow. Yeah, boosted injection blew his motor because he hooked up the. What happened was he was rushing. He had a full fuel system. He was rushing. Discussed it in one of his videos. I didn't see anything about it, but he rushed and he ordered a BAP from Summit, and I think he wired it in wrong and it leaned the car out. I don't know what the deal is with Justice 6, man. I don't know. I mean, you put the VMP on it, the car's 6 speed. He's never gonna really go anywhere. What's up, guys? What are my thoughts on a 96, 98 Cobra? Not my style, man. I'd rather have a 95 Honda Civic with a K series in it. Yeah, I don't know. I might put the car back to stock for the winter and then figure out what I'm gonna do. His new motors cost him money. He's getting it built by L&M. L&M builds really good motors. It's not gonna be cheap. Look, Justice 6 got so much shit going on. He should probably just put a turbo 400 in the car. So what do you think, guys? I should do live feed once in a while. I think it's pretty cool. I feel like I can't really explain myself when I got a text back in the comments. Is anybody going to Mount Nationals this weekend? Sorry. Yeah, guys, you don't have to donate. It's not a big deal. Don't kill yourself. But this is cool. I like this live stream and stuff. Would you guys want me to feature other cars on the channel? I mean, I'm not big into like the whole car review thing. I feel like it kind of like gets boring when like everybody's reviewing everybody's car. But would you like to see like a different type of car? Like I have friends with Supras. And I'm a big Super guy. I love them. I'm like 30 people in here. That's pretty neat. Come on, hit that thumbs up button. I think you got to do that. I always hear everybody say that. Yeah. Man, guys, you got to go check out my friends Brooklyn Auto Sales on Instagram. You got to see the cars they got. They always get Mustangs too. They just had I think a 17 Roush car. They sold that thing cheap. Yeah, that sleeper kit, man. It's a good price. It has a good price point. The other kit's like 10 grand, and the installation is like a lot harder. Like if you go on Boosted Addictions channel, you'll see like that installation is really hard. I was talking to Dave about it. He said it's a pain in the ass. You gotta heat wrap everything. It's a lot of heat wrapping involved. He said it took him like 6 hours just to heat wrap everything. I mean, I prefer a single turbo over a twin turbo because there's less mechanical things to go wrong. Well, I would probably run two wastegates, but you don't need two blow-off valves. I don't know if you probably wouldn't have to run a scavenger pump because they're not low mounted. Yeah, man, I really wanted to come to Tennessee next week. It's just not in the cards. It would be cool. Honestly, I want to get away from demonology a little bit. I gave him too much. leeway. Yeah, man, that 10.5 Outlaw car is insane. I've seen it in person. It's the paint is unbelievable. They did a lot of good work on that. The headers, everything is insane. Yeah, that top mount kit, man, it's 10 grand. It's way too much money. Free beer. I can't drink beer on a diet. Guys, if you want to check out something really cool, go on EB Custom Works. It's my friend Eric. He has an S550. He put a Cobra Jet motor in it. The 5.2. It's got a Whipple. I was with him at World Cup this past weekend. He was racing the car. He actually put the motor. The motor was not in the car on Wednesday morning. He drove from Long Island to North Carolina. He had the engine put on the engine dyno, and they dynoed the engine, and he installed it on, I think it was Competition Engines is where he was on the engine dyno. He put the motor in that night and then drove straight to World Cup Finals and was there for Thursday morning. I'm going to do a video on him one of these days. Michelob Ultra, yeah, it's like 90 calories of beer. Come on, we got to get more people in here. I had like almost 40 people in here at one point. Keystone Light, I'm not. That's a college beer. Natty Light, Keystone Light. I'll end up on Barstool Sports shotgun beers. Yeah, I'm not a whiskey drinker. I'd rather just drink straight vodka. So most of you guys in the chat right now just message me on Facebook all the time. I don't feel special right now. Whiskey. Who watches 1320 videos? I can't wait for them to put out the videos. I've never seen so many wrecks in one day. Cars were crashing like crazy at the track last weekend. Yeah, that car is built. It's a me Saturday night. I was there. I got there Thursday afternoon, and I just got bored. Like my race car ran into issues during qualifying, and he was actually in the bump spot, so I ended up leaving because I missed my wife. I actually wanted to see her. I wanted to come home. What do you think about Stang Mode's rear? I think Stang Mode's rear an issue. I really don't think it's a diff. I think it has something to do with those bushings you put in the rear, but we'll find out. We'll see what happens. How many Mopar guys are in here? I don't even know why I'm vaping. Thing's pretty cool though. Anybody ever had to have a 2JZ car or 1JZ car before? That's why I actually, the reason why I bought the Mustang in the first place was I'm not a Mustang. I was never a Mustang guy. I always liked them, but I wasn't really ever really into them like that. And I was finally almost done building my last SE300. I had two red ones, so you'll see pictures on my Instagram of two different cars. One was really clean and one was a shit pail. But the shit pail one, I was making a full drag car, and my my harmonic balancer, the crank balancer, got seized to my crank. My crank was bad. So when I put in the video, my last video, and you see me starting the car up, there's no balancer on it and no belts because one of my friends came and took the cams out and never put it on top dead center, and then that pulley was seized on. It took me like 2 days to get it off. And then I had a lot of money and parts in that car, and I was like, you know what, I just parted it out, and I test drove a Mustang, and I was like, I want this thing. That last car, I never made a pass in it. I just never got it together. I think the fastest I've been before the Mustang, I think, is like 11s, high 11s. But I've been racing pretty much my whole life. My local track, Raceway Park, Englishtown. they halted all drag racing, and I don't know. Now it's salvage yard. They still have a drift track there, which is cool. I still go to the drift events. Yeah, dollar for dollar, the Mustang is the best bang for your buck. I mean, it takes mods really easily. You make some serious power. The argument with the whole demon thing is yeah, these demons are 80 grand, and then what? They're selling them for 100,000. And how fast are they going? A couple of them in 980s. Most of these guys that drive them can't even go 1050. My Mustang was what? Sticker was like 38,000. After invoice is like 36, and then rebates. You wind up getting the car for like 33 plus tax. Listen, the outlaw classes, you got to have big money. That's real serious shit right there. I would never even think about competing in that. I don't think I ever could afford to. Oh yeah, boost for boost. If I was on a 348 pulley, I mean my car would be much faster. But with the fueling situation, it's not worth risking it. You could build a fast Mustang for like 60 grand. I mean, you could go and buy a 15, a used car, and get it for like 20 grand and put it in there. Yeah, but there's a lot to it. I'm not going to talk about all of it on camera or on live stream. It's not just fueling. I have other issues. Not with my car, with people. Pay 28,000. Yeah, you said you had high mileage, right? 20,000 miles on the car. All right, guys. I'm only gonna stay on here for like another couple minutes. So ask questions. I got 9,000 miles on my car. 9,000 hard miles. I beat the shit out of that thing. When I first put the blower on, me and a few friends went out to Mexico, and we were on a turnpike. I think I was going like 140, 150 miles an hour for like 10 minutes straight. Yeah, man, I got a note on my car. My payment's not cheap either. I have the car. I think I picked it up April 6th, so I have it 7 months. I always say like 5 months, 6 months, or 7 months. I was thinking about that today. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the lockout. I'm not going to buy those MMR billet lockout little things. I'm actually either gonna zip tie them or wire tie them closed. But I gotta take my intake manifold first. Yeah, there was no zero when I purchased my car. They had no 0% financing. I shouldn't have went in April. April's like a hot month. The summer's coming. People want sporty cars. I really like the the S197. I love that body style. Yeah, I mean, I've had wheel hop using the trans brake when I had like fully stock suspension. And that's when I broke axles. But recently, well, not recently, like the last few months, I put the Ford racing axles in. I put the BMR Cradle lockout. I think it's CB005 is the part number. Now I have BMR drag springs. I have vertical links, and I have Viking Crusaders, which I don't really like that much. Yeah, I like the 11 GT500. I like the body style too. I would like to get another car. I was telling Stangmo today, we were on the phone earlier, and I was like, I wouldn't mind buying an EcoBoost. We got 15 EcoBoost just to mess around with. Yeah, that BMR Cradle lockout's real deal, man. That shit really made a big difference. For $230, it's so worth it. Yeah, it's noisy. I hear everything. Like it just enhances the noise. Like it sounds like the rear end is making noise, but it's not. It's just everything's tightened up back there. I have noise too when I hit bumps. It sucks. Appreciate. I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna try out this week. Maybe I'll put maybe I won't spill oil in the driveway again, but I want to do, a few guys were in here earlier, have the sample kit from Blackstone Labs, and I'm going to change. I have all my oil change stuff already, so I buy it in bulk, and I will send that out for sample to see if this tick has anything to do with leaving bearing material, any kind of metal in the oil. Yeah, listen, any kind of suspension stuff is gonna enhance. It tightens everything up, so you'll hear more when you leave all those rubber bushings and everything in. It doesn't enhance the sound from the rear. But you have a Whipple car, so you need that. You need to tighten the suspension up. I would just do it. Yeah. No, you're a baller. Magda ride. I might throw my stock shocks in there. It takes like 15 minutes aside. I want to see how it rides. Yo, I just wait till Black Friday. Unless you're trying to get ready for next week. I don't know if you're gonna run your car with when Stang mode and boosted F-150 and Tunnel Chaser and all those guys and Xander are all up at in Kentucky at Bowling Green. Yo, get dry. Yo, before you even buy suspension, go buy yourself dry. Go buy axles, half shafts, whatever you want to call them. See you later, Victor. I might go live at some point at the end of the week. Yeah, I'm still running the stock drive shaft. I have no intentions of changing it till I twist it out of the chassis. Are you going turbo? Yes. It's getting serious. I probably am. RT Life, what's up, buddy? This is the man that made my logo. He's really good at it. Yo, listen, if there's any meets coming up, I'm gonna be on Staten Island the next couple of weekends. So hit me up. Let me know, and I'll take you right out to Long Island. Yo, yeah. Listen, those buy them. Don't buy race stars. It's a pain in the ass with those stupid shank lug nuts. I stripped two of my studs. So it's too cheap to buy the hub centric rings, and it's just a pain in the ass getting them on and off. You're better off just buy welds. They use a regular lug nut, conical instead of shanked. Which wheels do I recommend? Well, I have race stars in the front and I have welds in the rear. I wouldn't get race stars unless you get the Recluse 95s because they take regular lug nuts like come factory. It's still freezing. $23 people, yeah. Not bad. First time going live. Yeah, don't get race stars, Derek. Don't do it. Get welds. Yeah, I have a friend in Chicago. He said it's going to start snowing already. I heard the street scene's real big out there. I would definitely love to go make a hit on the street. Welds take so long, so, I mean, I don't know. Try to find a used set. Why buy them brand new? I don't know if you guys know, I was at Yellow Bull and I was supposed to race in the 10-0 index, and my weld was leaking at the forging. They never silicone inside the wheel. I put brand new tires on. I was flipping out. I was so mad. I was disappointed. They probably wouldn't let me run anyway because I didn't have a cage in the car, but it was worth a shot. I just wanted to make a pass to Yellow Bull, get a nice picture of my car. When is you got to give me information on that RT Life. I definitely want to go. But he's far, right? He's in like Colorado or something. Listen, you could get a good set of welds. You got to look. You figure if you go on American Muscle and you use that, most of the time American Muscle has them in stock. What I like about Muscle, and I know a lot of people bitch about their customer service, and American Muscle comes to my door next day. So, and you get there's a 6% coupon. I think it's AMS S550 group. 6%. The wheels, you wind up saving $70 on the wheels. I think the wheels like a $1,006 shipped to the door. Yeah, Texas got some fast cars. They don't play games, especially in Houston. I want to go to Texas 2K this year. Yeah, American Muscle usually stocks the wells. They usually have them in stock. Beefcake stocks them. Carly Racing, the guy that has that orange vet, he has the on 3 kit on the 18 already. That dude has the best pricing there is. I bought wheels from him before I even had a Mustang. Where's that call at? It's Texas. Oh, yeah. Texas is like 26-hour ride from here, from where I am. I need to get a truck and a trailer. Oh shit, my fucking phone is dying. All right, guys. I'm getting off. I feel like my first live was successful. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you, anybody that hit me in the super chat. I appreciate it. And like I say all the time, man, just hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. If you got any questions. My phone's about to die. I got like 15% battery. I'll definitely go live next week, or maybe Sunday night if I have nothing to do. All right? Talk to you later, guys. Peace out.